Hi and welcome to yet another lesson on vocabulary. This time we are going to learn some very important and often used words in English by exploring their etymology. We will look at the roots, prefixes and suffixes from which these words originated in an approach which is time-tested and extremely effective if you want to learn new words in the easiest way possible. In this episode, we are going to cover the words that derive from the prefixes BON and BEN, both of which mean good. You can see these words hanging on the tree branches. So let's begin. Bon means good. In fact, bon is a proper word in the French language that is used in several interjections. In France, people greet each other by saying bonjour, which means have a good day. When people are about to eat their meals, they wish each other bon appetit. And when someone is about to set off on a journey, we often express our good wishes for them by uttering bon voyage. So that was to remember the fact that bon means good. Derived from the prefix bon are several good words such as bonny. The adjective bonny describes someone who is good looking, is attractive and beautiful. The word is particularly used to describe a baby who is plump and healthy looking. Also, taking advantage of this good connection are several brands that have this prefix bon. There is this famous brand Bonnie which manufactures milk bottles. Then there is this brand of small candies named Bon Bon. And you can perhaps recall chocolate and biscuit brands named Bounty and Bourbon. All of them hint towards this good connection of the prefix bon. Some more words that give you a very good feeling. The word bonus, for instance. When an employee receives a bonus as his reward for good performance, it makes him instantly feel good. Besides, employees get bonuses on some special occasions too, like Christmas and other festivals. And bonus is still a smaller sum when we compare it to the next word, bonanza, which literally means a windfall. Bonanza is a situation that creates a sudden increase in wealth, good fortune or profit. An example would be cryptocurrency. As the word knows, over the last few years, cryptocurrency experts who deal in Bitcoin trading have enjoyed a bonanza. Another good word is bountiful. The word is mostly used to describe a situation when something is abundant and available in large quantities. Like, the earth provides us with a bountiful or bounteous supply of everything we need. The word bountiful can even be used to describe someone who gives generously. One sentence that uses the word bountiful in both these meanings is, this year the farmers had a bountiful harvest thanks to the bountiful God. A very interesting word that contains this good root bon is debonair. Like most of the other words that contain bon, this word also has a French connection and can be broken down into the phrase de bon air, which literally means of good airs or of good disposition like a gentleman. So this word is rightly used to describe a man who is confident, stylish and charming. Now, there are many synonyms of debonair that you can learn along with this word. They are suave, urbane, sophisticated, cultured, courteous, gallant, chivalrous, gentlemanly, and refined. These words are used in similar context. Another very important and often repeated word in English that hails from this root is bonafide. Bonafide literally means in good faith. The word describes someone or something authentic and genuine and not fake. Take a cue from the roots that make up the word to memorize it. For instance, a shopkeeper may sell you some product, perhaps a pair of sneakers, saying, "These are bona fide Nike sneakers." He means to say that he is selling in good faith and that the shoes are genuine, not fake. Or the word can be used in legal terminology to describe a transaction which has been carried out in good faith, without any intention to deceive, like perhaps a bona fide offer or a bona fide agreement between two parties. An example sentence that illustrates the word in this meaning is, "You can invest in their company, but first ensure that their dealings are bona fide." Another expression that I have seen featuring in newspapers regularly is pro bono. When the famous lawyer Harish Salve fought the case of Kulbhushan Yadav in the International Court of Justice and charged rupees 1 as fee, we say that he did pro bono work. So what exactly does pro bono mean? Well, pro bono is short for the expression pro bono publico, which translates into the phrase for the public good. Pro bono denotes work undertaken without charge, especially legal work, for a client on low income. Other words and phrases conveying the same meaning are free, gratis, without charge, etc. etc. I would say the pro bono work done by certain lawyers and law firms is a boon to the poor and indigent clients who otherwise can't afford their hefty fees. By the way, boon is another word that derives from the same root bon. The word boon refers to a thing that is helpful, advantageous, or beneficial. Then we have the word bonhomie. It's interesting to note the word's origins. English speakers borrowed bonhomie from the French, who created the word from bon homme, meaning a good-natured man or good fellow. Please note that the word bon homme itself is a composite of bon, meaning good, and homme, meaning man. Now, any good fellow is known to exude cheerfulness, friendliness, and geniality. That's exactly what the word bonhomie means. Check out some typical synonyms: congeniality, conviviality, cordiality, affability, amiability, sociability, cheerfulness, friendliness. All are the synonyms of the word bonhomie. An example sentence for the usage of the word is, "The team working together on the project displayed a lot of bonhomie and team spirit." And the last expression based on this prefix that I would like to cover is BOMO. Since BOM means good and MOT means word, so BOMO literally translates into a good word. Let me explain. If you really liked what someone said and you probably thought, "Wow, that was good. That was a very smart thing to say." BOMO is the word to describe that. BOMO means a witty remark or comment by someone. An example illustrating the use of this good word is, the whole audience burst out laughing when a soldier narrating his experiences said, "I first survived mustard gas in battle and then pepper spray by the police. I am now a seasoned veteran. That was indeed a BOMO, said a person in the audience. By the way, did you get the pun? This soldier made a very clever play on the word seasoned. He called himself a seasoned veteran, which means experienced. And we also know that mustard and pepper spray are used as seasonings in cooking. So he is seasoned that way too. Some synonyms of BOMO are witticism, quip, pun, pleasantry, jest, and joke. Okay, moving on to our variant of this root, we have Ben, which means good or well. If you need any cues to remember this root, just be reminded of the famous cartoon Ben 10, the good boy who is always fighting villains with the help of his watch-like device Omnitrix. The first group of words that I am going to discuss from this root relate to the word stem bene, means good, and facere, meaning to do or make. Put together, these two word stems mean do good to. And let's take the context of a give-take relationship to illustrate some of these very important words. On the give side, we have the word benefactor. Benefactor is a person who gives money or other help to a person or cause. While on the take side, we have the beneficiary. A beneficiary is the person who receives or takes something, that is to say, a person who derives advantage from something, especially a trust, will, or life insurance policy. Right in the middle is the thing that is passed on from the benefactor to the beneficiary. It's called benefit. It means an advantage or profit gained from something. Like, I try to pass on my knowledge through my vocabulary videos. And I sincerely hope you would benefit from this approach of stringing together words through their root connection. Next two words are beneficent and beneficial. While the word beneficent is on the give side and would rightly describe a benefactor, a person who is generous or does good to others, for instance, the beneficent landowner readily agreed to his tenant's request of renovating the house. The word beneficial describes something that leads to a good result and is favorable or advantageous. An easy to understand example would be that of fruits and veggies that we say are beneficial for health. The next word that we are going to cover is benevolent. Since volent means to wish and the prefix ben means good or well, the word benevolent means to wish well for someone. The word is used as an adjective to describe a person who is well-meaning and kindly and lends a helping hand to others. Besides, an activity such as donating stuff or feeding the lesser privileged could be described as a benevolent gesture. The word can also be used for an organization that is charitable as opposed to one that is profit-making. One such organization is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Here are some common synonyms of the word benevolent: benign, compassionate, caring, considerate, well-meaning, humanitarian, and philanthropic. Then we have benediction. This word can be broken down into beni, meaning well, and dicere, meaning to speak. So the word benediction literally means to wish well or to bless. That reminds me of a related fact. If you go through the list of popes, many of them chose to have Benedict as their name. Rightly so, because a pope mostly gives blessings. That's the hint. Hope it helps you remember that benediction means the utterance of a blessing. especially at the end of a religious service. Some synonyms are blessing, prayer, invocation. An example sentence would be, the Pope uttered the benediction, hearing which the crowd at the Vatican Square felt beatific. By the way, the word beatific means feeling or expressing blissful happiness. And our last word in this lesson that derives from the root ben is benign. Well, I would say that this word is not as good as the others we have discussed so far, but nonetheless, it is a very common word in English vocabulary. The word benign is used in several related meanings. For instance, the word can describe a person who has a gentle and kind disposition, and while it is considered a synonym of one of our earlier words, benevolent, in this meaning, benign is slightly different from benevolent in the sense that a benevolent person also actively lends a helping hand to others, but a benign person may not. Other synonyms are warm-hearted, sympathetic, compassionate, generous, etc. The word benign may also describe a climate or environment which is mild and favorable and pleasant, as opposed to harsh. And more commonly, in medical terminology, the word benign may be used to describe a disease or condition that is not harmful in effect. One sentence that illustrates the word in its various meanings is, the benign, meaning kind and gentle, veterinarian said that my cat had only a benign condition, which was not harmful, so I need not worry. Now test your understanding of the words learnt in this lesson by filling in the blanks below. It is recommended that you pause the video when the timer starts. And the answers are, that brings us to the end of this video. Hope you liked it. Subscribe our channel and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.